Hey, it is 9:30. Welcome to the Friday Night Hangout. This is where we grab a brew, shoot the breeze, and interact with you live on the internet. Small panel tonight because we're getting ready for our summer break. Yes, folks, we enjoy our summer too, so we're going to take a little summer break for the next couple months. But before we get to our break, we're going to do one more hangout, and we get our usual list of topics, discussions, beer, ready to go. So as we get all settled in, we'll do a quick round of intros and get things going here. From Dartmouth, we got Dan with us tonight. Good evening, Dan.
Giggity giggity. All right.
Tanamagush, Wallace, Nova Scotia. Keith, ElliotStone.com. How's it going, Keith?
It's going great.
And to the Valley, Lee. Lee Hughie Beer and Booze Reviews on the YouTube. How's it going, Lee?
Pretty good. Pretty good, sir.
All right. And, of course, I am in Halifax here, and we're just about to get ready. So for those of you who don't know how the Hangouts work, basically we're going to do some topics, and then you have a chance to interact with us. So you can interact via Twitter using the Friday Night Hangout hashtag, Google+, avoidingchores.com. Perhaps if I turned on the comments. I don't think I did, so you can skip that tonight.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, skip that tonight.
Well, I'm happy with that, actually.
Twitter and YouTube. So there you go. That's what's going on tonight.
And Instagram.
We still Instagram.
That's right. Send your dick pics.
All right.
You have your cousin Richard.
Yeah, your cousin Dick. Cousin Dick. Richard.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Let me do my Instagram right here. Like that, folks, and then Friday Night Hangout hashtag. As easy as that.
Well, I'm gonna do a West Side gangster style. West Side. There we go.
All right, so let's start off with what we're drinking tonight, and then we'll get going here with the show topics. Lee, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking the best beer, well, second best beer from the Amsterdam Brewery, Bone Shaker IPA.
Oh, yes. Keith, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I am drinking from Tata Brew, Giantess Barley Wine. 11%. And it is very, very smooth.
A very dangerous, very dangerous
but I think it's worth the danger.
Yes, yes. Dan, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, before we actually went on live, I started off with the Pickeroons Dooryard Summer Ale, which is a really nice light palate cleanser. I've really been enjoying them, so that's what I had. And I'm going with an old standby, the good old-fashioned Hell Bay English Ale.
Nice.
There we go. Good stuff.
Oh, served in a glass produced by our friend. I'm just saying, I'm just showing them off again because I'm very happy with that.
Oh,
Kind of make it there.
There we go. See the bear.
See the bear.
See the bear.
There's the bear.
See the bear.
Finally,
Two bears, it's time to stop.
finally crafted and designed for a very low, low price. Just go to avoidingchores.com and find it.
Yeah, go to the store page and you should be able to find that.
No dick pics required.
No,
Exactly.
unless you're doing the Instagram. I am drinking tonight the latest collaboration beer from Garrison, Trou du Diable, Flying Monkeys, and Phillips. Coast to coast to coast beer. This is called Greetings from Canada. Imperial ESB, 7.6%, 50 IBUs. Nice malty, boozy beer. Packs a wallop.
Is that just at the Garrison store, or is it anywhere else?
No, you can find it also at the privates here around Halifax. And I may have seen NSLC at some point. We'll have to check the Atlantic Beer blog. They do have the details on some of that stuff there. So, all right, that's it for beer. Got a number of people watching. We got Kerry having a tough time jumping in tonight, so I guess he'll have to be on the sidelines this evening. Just a reminder, folks, that if you're watching live, you can comment. You can comment using the hashtag Friday Night Hangout. We'll be monitoring Twitter and the YouTube and maybe some Google Plus here, so I'll give you a chance to chat with that. You can also check out the topics on the votingchores.com show page. So let's start with the first topic here, which is we'll talk about the ferry. We talk about two things on this hangout: ferry and the goddamn blue nose. That's what we do. So I mentioned a couple weeks ago, the TIR minister decided to jump on the ferry at Yarmouth, go down to Portland, Maine, thinking that he's going to meet with the governor and then do some shopping down in Portland, but the capital of Maine is in Augusta. kind of not nowhere near shopping. So hopefully he rented a car. But they were down yesterday to have meetings with the state of Maine, Governor LePage, talking about the ferry, and I'm seeing these things here is that we're going to evaluate things in July to see if we're gonna find another provider and stuff. It's like the season is barely starting, and yet you're gonna take 2 weeks and gauge how the season's gonna go. Like you don't have to do this in September, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reality is that Nova Scotia's gonna have to give quite a bit of money for this. Breaking news! We got Lori in Montreal. How's it going, Lori? Can't hear you. Show us your beer.
I look who it is.
So we got. So we got Lori.
They're crashing.
Lori and Krista, they're in Montreal right now, so they're enjoying a beer somewhere. They can't hear us.
A beer? It looks like they've had several at that point.
Ooh. It's just like Carrie from last week. Holy smokes!
Shocking, I say.
But they jumped. Well, they were able to jump in, so there you go.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, yeah. So back to the ferry there. So basically, they met with Maine, basically saying, "Well, what else can you get? You guys are not going to give us the $5 million you promised a couple years ago. What else can you do?" Kind of deal. I think this is this whole thing of evaluating if things are going to be a success this year. Kind of too quick. It feels like they want to shutter the service or find somebody else, which they'll probably end up giving the same amount of money to prop up the service. It's just it needs time to develop. And yes, they've had an extra year. I was going through the Maine tourism visitor guide online tonight, and on page 4 is a nice big ad for the ferry and stuff. So, it's gonna, hopefully they'll get bigger numbers, but it's like you can't just make a decision in like 2 weeks. How the season's gonna go, right?
Yeah, well, you know what this is? It's a floating BlackBerry call center, for fuck's sakes, is what it is. It's the same. It's the same crap that the NS government does all the time. They throw money at any company that raises its skirt for them a little bit, and then they take the money and then they run, and then we're left holding the bag every damn time.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I do agree they've thrown way too much money at this ferry, but at the same time, I don't think they're going to trying to give it enough time to see if it's going to work or not. If you're going to throw that much money at it, why not see if it's going to work? Then they're going to pull the rug out from under them and award it to somebody else. I mean, after a while, nobody's going to want to touch this ferry with a 10-foot pole. Business is like, well, we're not getting into it. They're not going to give us enough time to run it. We're out.
Yeah, the problem is they should have.
I can see this ending.
They should have planned longer and further ahead before they even started into this. It's the biggest problem.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
Well, a lot of this also falls from the failures of the analysis that actually went into proposing the finances for this. I mean, is anyone hanging for that one? Because someone had to have a business plan, and they apparently failed miserably. What's going on with them?
it probably wasn't considered a failure. It was probably here's the business plan you want to hear. Here's the numbers you want to hear, not the real numbers that will probably put you in the red for a few years before you even start making money. We don't want to hear about that. We want to hear about the business plan that's going to look really good on paper and get us votes. And by the way, in another year or so, it's just going to sink. Excuse the pun,
Yeah.
So hopefully, I'm hoping for better numbers this year. I think we do need the service, but man, you got to do long term for this stuff. It has to be a 5-year plan to see where the numbers are at. And now, especially, it's good now because our exchange rate is much lower. It's more advantageous now for the American visitors to come up here. So. I think it's pretty good. Just seeing some stuff on Twitter here. Lori and Krista, they're adding their tweets. Friday night hashtag kids. If you're watching, join in the conversation. We'll be checking the comments here in a little bit. Let's move on to the next topic here. Then we'll go to comments a little bit later. Still in Yarmouth. I didn't hear the initial story, but in the news in Halifax, there's been a lot of concern about decks, the outside porch deck for a number of establishments, and we've had a few collapses in Halifax last while, and apparently there was one in Yarmouth, and I'm just going to bring up the picture here on our view share, and apparently kids were doing their thing. They took a group shot.
Oh.
And then
I don't care how well you make something. I mean, that's not going to work with that many people.
That's way over capacity right there. Holy crap.
But teams, they always use their best judgment.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the owner of the house, the mother, she was next to the photographer taking her own set of pictures. So I guess there was one picture, the deck looks normal, and then the other picture, it's starting to go.
Yeah, I think she would have known, if not no one else.
Well, you look at the wood there, look at the beams, the cross beams underneath in this picture. That looks pretty far gone. Looks pretty dark. Looks pretty rotten to me, right?
Yeah.
Now, I was listening to a contractor on the radio talk about how some of these cheap deck builders, how they just basically just nail stuff to the house, and just the building standards to prevent the wood to rot is really, really lax.
What about building inspectors, though, too? I mean, these are either not done to code, or the building inspectors are idiots, which, is a possibility because there doesn't seem to be any consistency when it comes to building codes and inspections.
There isn't.
So, yeah, I mean, mostly this is a common sense issue, though, in my mind.
It's a good old boy system. I see it in the Annapolis Valley all the time. There are plenty of contractors around who don't follow code because they don't have to, because they're the only game in town.
And it saves them money too. They can get it done faster and cheaper if you don't have to,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't have to nail it to the house, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Holmes, he'd have a fucking stroke if he came down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a comment on this one.
Yep.
I draw deck plans just about every other day, and I do stuff that most of the contractors say, "How come you're using a 4-ply beam here instead of a 2-ply beam, or why are you using 6x6s to hold the posts instead of 4x4s?" I just tell them, says, that's the code. If you don't use it, build whatever you want. If it falls down, don't blame me because I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I give them
if
advice.
it's in the plan and they didn't do it, there you go. So.
Yeah, and then it's up to the building inspector to follow on, and most of these guys are doing it by the shady guys are shady. They will take your money and build you a crappy deck.
Yeah, and it's not just building contractors. It's electrical. It's plumbing. They all do it. They all do the same thing. It's the same game around here. Of course, there's honest ones who follow the code, but there's just
they cost you a little more money.
Yeah,
but cost you a little more money. Not everybody wants to pay that. So.
Yeah, I'd rather pay for my kids not dying You know, like I'd be more concerned about that than I would, oh, this is really easy and cheap, and hey, maybe 10 years down the road, all of a sudden my deck collapses and kills somebody. Yeah, like just it's so ridiculous.
Lucky nobody got killed in that, though, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, it wasn't a
Only
long
12
way to go
injuries.
down. What a mess. Hey.
Hey, let's do a quick round of comments, folks. If you are watching, you want to comment, use the hashtag on Twitter, Friday Night Hangout, or comment on the YouTube page. We're going to check YouTube and Twitter tonight. And who has Twitter? Who's monitoring? Is anybody looking at
I have
Twitter?
Twitter.
All right, Keith, you got Twitter. We'll give you a chance to look at that. Who's doing YouTube?
Peace.
Dan got YouTube. All right.
I'll say right now though, YouTube is awfully quiet. Lots of tumbleweeds right now. So
Okay. Well,
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
all right, Keith on Twitter. We got some activity going on.
Lori and Krista were both commenting. They're at Brasseries DDC in Montreal, and Lori posted a picture of some of the beers on tap, and Krista posted a picture of. She said she's enjoying a Gaelic Irish cream ale.
Yes, at the Brasserie Dieu du Ciel in
Oh,
Montreal.
that's the DDC. Okay, there you go.
And I'm surprised Jocelyn is not there tonight because he's there quite a bit now that he's in Montreal. So, and I'm getting a bunch of likes on my Instagram picture. So Friday Night Hangout. So that's good. That's a good thing, right? It's
Yeah.
happening. Yeah.
Exactly.
Is there any more Instagram showing up?
And all right, nothing else on the Twitter. Again, this is where we're going into the summer schedule mode, kids. And we're gonna do this every couple weeks, and because you're probably out at the beer garden having a beer, doing stuff.
There's still light in the sky a little bit too. So, you know,
Yeah.
Instagram us pictures of your cans and your bottles, of course, as well.
Yes.
Yeah, not just your cans. Did you want to plug in the fact that you were hoping to do the all women's jamboree?
Yeah, I should probably start selling this or pushing it.
Yeah.
We're going to have, hopefully in July, an all-female panel of the Hangout, so that should be really interesting. So, of course, we'll have Krista and Lori, regular panelists here on the Hangout, and plus a few extra ladies, some who've commented, and some will be, or don't comment. We'll have them on, so just working out the details, so that should be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should get
So,
some of the principals of the Ladies Beer League. Should try to get some of them on at some point.
There must have been some changes at the beer league because they don't seem to be as friendly towards me lately. I don't know why. Or maybe they're busy. They're growing. They got a new logo. They got collab brew. They got a whole bunch of stuff going on there. So they're busy. Let's move on to the next topic here, which is from Newfoundland. And too bad Mike wasn't on here tonight. You can give some context to this. But this seems an awfully familiar story. I thought I heard this last year. But a man from Conch, Newfoundland, hits a moose but can't remember. So apparently this guy hit a moose. He hit a moose, smashed his front windshield. He kept driving, and he drove about 20 kilometers. Somebody pulled him or gestured, "You're dragging a moose behind your car," or something like that.
He must have had a big car.
Well, no, if
it
you
must
look at
have
the
been
picture of
shocking,
it,
too.
Yeah.
if you look at the picture of it, that thing is like smashed. So I don't know how he could have done that.
He must have had a concussion or something. Like he must have
Yeah.
got smacked.
I say that moose is like the Men in Black. It's got the little pew. It's like the moose in black.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Either he's lying or he had a concussion.
Was there
Probably
any
has bell ringing.
alcohol involved? Is there anything with
Just,
alcohol?
Yeah, that too. I mean, You don't miss hitting a moose. Let's put it that way. You
No,
really
I
don't
mean-
miss that.
Yeah, your full attention is going to come. It wasn't like you just ran over a mouse on the road.
Yeah.
Your
can't say,
attention's
like-
front and center.
Well, like I said, this sounded familiar, but back in 2012, a woman from Newfoundland also drove about 40 kilometers with her windshield smashed and her roof of her car peeled back after she struck a moose. So people are
That's just a
talking about
weekly thing over there.
Well, there is one quote in there that says, he was buried with moose manure and his face was covered totally with blood.
yeah, right there.
Yeah, he got his. Yeah, he got his bell rung, definitely.
Yeah, and I think Lee nailed it. Getting their bell rung, being in shock, just
Being in shock would do that to you. Yeah.
You wouldn't. Yeah, you'd just be on autopilot for a while.
I'm just saying, this should be an ad campaign for Toyota, because if that vehicle went for another $20K, I mean, they've got to put that somewhere in their campaign.
Yeah. You cannot hit a moose with a car.
Oh my
Oh,
It's not even 10 o'clock yet.
I apologize to
Oh.
all our Japanese viewers.
All our Japanese
Oh,
viewers.
none of them.
Especially after we made fun of them about the Anna Green Gables from last week. And we
So
continued.
sorry you have to hear that.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So is this segment making it into the condensed podcast?
Yeah, we might have to do some edits.
Mark the time, Jim. Mark the time.
Oh God. Oh, you guys. Hey, but should they be putting up some of that moose-resistant fencing along the highways like they do in New Brunswick?
Look at the car.
But
Did anyone ever
They
see
have-
that video of that moose going through that big snow, like the big snowdrift? It's just like a train. How does a fence stop it?
Yeah.
But have you seen the fences in New Brunswick? They're very arbitrary because
Yeah.
where they have them, they're fairly sturdy, but they'll stop at like brooks or they'll stop beside somebody's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or so it's just like all the moose has to do is walk out onto somebody's lawn and scurry across the road. All it really does is funnel the moose into crossing points, so there's just less places for you to hit them, but there's probably more of them when you do.
Yeah.
I'm kind of-
yeah.
It's a Jurassic moose.
Pretty much.
All right, let's do a quick check of comments, folks. If you're watching live, if you want to comment, Friday Night Hangout, YouTube, and Twitter, that's what we're monitoring tonight. Keith, anything on the Twitter?
I don't see anything new.
All right, Dan, anything on the YouTube?
Wah, wah.
What?
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's just a slow night tonight.
Slow night.
What the hell's wrong with these people enjoying their summer? What's
We
Yeah.
have to take our ball and go
Outrageous.
home. That's
Lock
all there is
yourself in
to
a
it.
room and watch us. Love us.
Outrageous. Well, there are people watching us, so thank you, people who are watching, who may be using us as a second screen.
Hey,
Hopefully,
Third
hopefully you're not on the toilet
Don't
as you're
rest.
watching us. Because I don't want to hear like, "Urgh." Oh, that was badly Japanese, really. Urgh.
Oh.
You can also edit that out too, Jim. Mark the
I think I
time.
will.
Mark the time.
Jim, just
Hey.
go back 5 minutes and just start.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start.
here's
Hey,
a
you know
whole
what?
20-minute segment I can erase.
All right, let's do a block here. Hey, the city of Ottawa, they're proposing a Gotta Go toilet finder app.
Wow, what an amazing segue I
Didn't
had.
George Costanza do that?
You're welcome.
Yeah. So is this like every public restroom in any location? So
Yeah.
Do they
Is this like the Yelp for shitters?
Yelp
Can you
for
rank-
shitters?
Can
They
you
already
rank it?
have that. They already have that. There is an online site about for bathrooms.
Can
that-
yeah,
Cleanliness and
yeah,
stuff.
rank
Yeah.
them?
But
I
can
do
you add
rank.
toilets to this toilet finder, this Gotta Go toilet finder that the city of Ottawa has proposed?
Can you add like somebody you hate?
Ooh.
Yeah, add his.
No,
house.
but you know what I mean. Like, can you add
Yeah.
different places? Because I've gone behind dumpsters before. I'll admit it. I have the bladder the size of a hamster. So
Well,
And
you know what? City Crews are building phase 1, which will include pictures, ratings, and photos and opening hours of these public washrooms.
And
Well,
what
it
about
could be a
and,
market
and what
yeah.
about the most what about the most important thing? Do you have to buy something at the location
Yes.
to use the toilet?
Yes.
That is a fair question.
Because some stores are like that. They're like, "Oh no, honey, you ain't coming in here just using our toilet. You got to buy some stuff first. Get yourself a pack of gum or some shit before you get
Is
I
this
know a pack of gum. Have a pee.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a privately owned sort of endeavor? Like, are we expecting to see ads done on this?
Maybe not, but this is the city that's going through this, so it's probably the city staff will be busy collecting all the waypoints of the washrooms.
Oh my god! And you can somehow merge this with geocaching.
It's under the law.
Yeah. Look at
Nothing
that.
left. Something. Some
Yeah.
log.
Oh my goodness.
And you
Thanks for the crap.
could mimic Twitter with this and just call it shitter.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you could do sheets.
Yeah.
Geo-crapping.
Yeah. Geocaching.
We have a winner.
Yeah.
whoop whoop.
Oh my god.
Poo tube.
I give it 5 poops. And you can actually use that little poop emoticon instead of stars.
Yes.
Actually, I bet you poo tube's already a real thing, probably.
I think that's a German site, but yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Germans. Yeah, that's.
I'm not sorry. The Germans are horrible, horrible people.
Uh,
That's edited out. That's gone.
9:57.
Man, we're blowing through the topics tonight like it's crazy.
There's barley wine. It's fucking
barley.
Sorry, it's not 10 o'clock yet.
But the thing is, though, I do want to say with this one, though, we're all making fun of it. I actually think it's an absolutely fantastic idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same-
yeah.
same like that
You
one-
gotta go and whatever.
Same with
Great
that
idea.
one app that kind of gives you where the best time to take a pee during a movie break.
Yeah.
That's another fantastic app.
Hey, they make 32-ounce cups. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
All
They do
All I
it for a
can say is-
reason.
all I can say is that if I'm in Ottawa and I need to go to the washroom, it's probably because I'm sitting on a bar stool, and it ain't too far to walk to another one. A bar with a
Well, that's the thing. Actually, I was out tonight on the Halifax waterfront at the Stillwell Bear Garden, and it was somebody from work, and she was like, "So where are the bathrooms?" Looking at the container, I say, "Oh no, we go use the public washrooms." But where are they? Well, actually, there's one here at the visitor center. There's one down there, and there's one over there. So
There's one at Bishop's that's always locked.
yeah, locked. And so, knowing that information is actually kind of useful. So I'm all for that. So hopefully in the fall they might have something there. So yeah, gotta go.
Yeah.
In the App Store. Come and
Bring
see
it here to Halifax. We need it in Halifax. And don't just put down the friggin' Narrows. Don't just mark the Narrows as one giant potty either.
Walk to the shore.
All right, next topic here. So I guess this is a thing in Vancouver. Vancouver Island, near Vancouver Island, somebody carved a face into a rock.
I saw it, and I'm really not convinced it was carved.
It doesn't look like it.
I mean,
It's like
I've seen
that,
a lot of
Martian face.
I've seen a lot of rocks. I can testify to that, and you can see a lot of things in them if you really look at them long enough and hard enough, and the light catches them a certain way. I'm not convinced that was carved. I mean, until somebody gets a close look at it and sees tool marks on it or whatever, I'm going to say that it's just nature.
Well, if you can find Jesus on toast, I'm sure you can find a man in rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's human nature to automatically associate shapes with familiar things. That's just how we're hardwired.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's cool, but I think they should look into it. But I don't know.
And there are plenty of examples in nature of similar things where there mountain sides and cliff sides and stuff that look like human faces on a certain angle or whatever. I mean, and like Dan said, the Mars pictures or whatever with those mountain ranges and stuff. I mean, it's just common. It is how we're hardwired. We look for patterns and everything, just to keep us sane, really.
And I'm also going to say, as guys, everything looks like dicks to us.
Yeah,
So,
dicks and boobs. Dicks and boobs.
I mean, why not faces?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, it is cool. Are they?
Yeah, no, it's cool, and it's a remote part of the Pacific Rim National Park. So up in Vancouver. So yeah.
No,
I
it's
hear-
cool. Yeah.
I definitely think they should check it out, though. It is piqued my curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's a great way to get some tourists in there, and here, take a picture of the face of the mountain and shit.
Ooh.
I mean,
I'm sure
remember down in New Hampshire they had Lincoln's face sticking out of the side of Mount Washington, and then it collapsed.
Yeah.
That was just natural.
Carrie, do you have any rocks with faces up there in Cape Breton?
No, we have Tim Hortons with.
I know that showed up on my my poop app. I know to go with that Tim Hortons.
You can either have the poop app, or you just have to have Jocelyn with you in the car. He can find every Tim's between point A and
Oh,
point
yeah,
B.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Hortons dowsing rod.
Sniff them out.
Not
Hey,
that
let's-
you really need it. There's so many.
Let's do a round of. Sorry, man. Like I told you earlier before we started hanging out, man. I'm ready to take a nap. Let's do a quick round
Oh,
of.
I am hurt.
See you in 2 weeks, everybody.
Oh man, this week was crazy, guys. But let's do a quick round of what we're drinking tonight. Dan, what you got? What you on to?
I polish off that Hell's Bay pretty quick. So I'm on to everyone's favorite boxing rock, the Vickers Cross.
Nice.
There you go.
All that talk about it from last week made me actually hanker for one, so I decided to save it for the podcast. So I'm building my way up with the alcohol levels with each progressive beer. So you know what that means? If it comes to overtime, there is 11.5% waiting for me upstairs.
Oof.
Since you've already built yourself up to 11.5 for the last 4 months. This is like be like a Bud Light for you.
Yeah, this is like a warm-up.
Right? This should just be just a brisk walk for you, really.
Oh, the problem is I'm gonna be dry for 5.5 months, so ugh. Yeah.
What?
Well, where I'm going, I'm not gonna be able to drink. So yeah, spoiler alert for those on the internet. I'm gonna be offline for quite some time. Sorry.
You're not gonna be able to drink. Where are you going? Are you going to like some Muslim country or something?
I can only say that it's gonna be hot and sandy, and that's all I'm
Okay.
going to say.
Pretty much gives us an idea. More or less. Less. Yeah. Cheers.
Keith, what are you drinking, my friend? Looks like you got a handful.
I'm drinking Tata Brew Giantess barley wine. It's
Tadama Brew.
if I believed in angels and they had tears, it would taste like this shit. This is it's fucking delicious. It's really good, and it gives you a buzz really fast. So, cheers.
It's like
Hey,
sucking off St. Peter's, right? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I wouldn't go that far.
Mark the time, 10:04.
Enjoy
I'm
your
putting
shin,
in-
man.
I'm putting in my nomination that nothing should be edited from this podcast.
That's your feeling for all the episodes.
True, yeah.
Just have a 5-minute disclaimer / apology.
Yeah. Podcast contains language not suitable for most.
Actually,
For anybody.
do you post that like for the iTunes and whatnot that you actually have to put the explicit tag?
No, I started doing
Edits
that.
the
And
shit out of it.
I turned that off. I noticed a lot of other podcasts that they swear and they don't put the tags on. So,
Gosh darn it!
what are you
Dang,
doing?
Actually,
damn it.
did you know that how you swear is important in the States? So
What?
if you say I'm pissed off, that's acceptable. But if you say, I pissed on your head, that's not acceptable.
Well, that wouldn't be
That's
acceptable.
true.
If you pissed in
That's true.
someone's
Like,
head.
how you
Yeah.
swear and how that gets edited on a level of what's acceptable, it's very
Yeah.
fine lines. So
Well, it's just like the C word for North America versus England.
Mhm.
in England,
It's a sign of
time.
affection to use that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
don't,
we have-
don't use the word fanny over there.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
America still has a lot of puritanical sexual hang-ups when it comes to their swear words and stuff.
Which,
so.
yeah. Oh, by the way, congrats to the Supreme Court in the U.S. Yay! And all those idiots that are tweeting, I'm moving to Canada now. Ha ha!
Yes.
Yeah, well, guess
Come
what?
on, it's
Joke's
been
on
legal here
you.
for 10 years. Come on.
Yeah, I just like to say,
But
I just like to say I'm not gay, but my American boyfriend is. There you go.
Yeah.
But no, it's a big day in the States. The Supreme Court, 2 big rulings in 2 days, and
Mhm.
wow,
It's huge. This is
interesting
what,
week in the United States between the Confederate flag and
There you go.
gay rights.
And everyone south of the Mason-Dixon line are going, thanks, Obama.
See, how
They don't know where to
they
go
have
now.
it right there in the name of it. It's the Dixon line. I mean,
Mm.
come on. They should have known something was up.
oh,
Yeah.
Are you saying it was named after their cousin?
I'm just saying.
I just get a kick out of seeing all the bigots now whining and complaining. Oh well, it's all it really is tax benefits for people, and you're giving away your freedoms and stuff. Like yeah,
It's a
shut up.
death
So
to
now they have
wholesomeness.
rights and they have access to health care. That's amazing.
Amazing. They get treated like human beings, like everyone else.
Yes.
Wow.
Laws should be made to protect people, not
Yeah.
segregate them. So wow, it's big
mhm.
days really down there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not things aren't going to change overnight, but wow, what a big step.
Yeah. Go cry in your Confederate flag, you bunch of assholes.
Yeah, they're probably on 10 for $1 at Walmart. So yeah, use them for
Yeah.
hankies.
Are they going to digitally edit all those episodes of Dukes of Hazzards now?
Oh, that's the big thing, right? Because that's how most people up here, at least to Canada, knows. Other than there's a book that's coming out, there was 40,000 Canadians that participated in the Civil War on both sides, Union and Confederate.
Yeah, but
Really? I
you
didn't
know
know
why,
both
Jim?
sides.
It was big money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They paid them
Big
they
money.
paid them big money to go down there and do
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, they were all looking for bodies to put on the field, man. Yeah.
Are
I mean,
these
they
the
fed the
loyalists
North
or
fed
who are
people
they?
very well, and,
No,
and they paid them
no.
well. You know, if you didn't mind risk getting, probably dying of gangrene or something, but hey, whatever.
Well, the
But yeah,
Confederate-
we're talking about Canadians going down, joining the Confederate side or the
Ah.
Union side, and or being the smugglers helping bypassing embargoes by taking in all the shipments, selling them the ammunition, booze, all that stuff.
Holy shit.
Well, the Confederates needed that. They really didn't have much of an industry at all. Like that was something the North had over the South. They had more of an industrial complex than the South did.
Well,
so.
they had to because they didn't have slaves.
Yeah, yeah.
We have to have machines because we don't have your,
The Lower Seacord was in some deep shit.
It's very
Long
interesting.
war.
And I forget the name of the book. Man, if I can find it, I'll either tweet it or something. It's
Yeah, I'd be
Very
interested to see
interesting.
that because
yeah, and from the gist I got, it's not surprising. People from Nova Scotia or New Brunswick joined the Confederate side more than the Union side, which is
Yeah,
not surprising.
Not
now.
surprising at all. Bible Belt of Nova Scotia, right here, man.
Yeah.
At least we know they
actually,
didn't take the Yarmouth ferry over there.
if you got people to sign up, you got paid as well. That was a big thing. I read a biography of somebody that was a cavalryman in Custer's army during the Civil War, and yeah, they told him if he went and brought back 20 people, he'd get like $20 and the rank of captain.
Yep.
He had no
Really?
military experience. So I mean, sure, they're money for everybody.
Yeah, it was just like every other war. It's a big opportunity for mercenaries and profiteers.
Yep.
Has Halliburton been around that long?
In some form or another, they have been. Yeah.
Dick Cheney's been around for that long.
Yeah.
He was like 75 when the war broke out, Civil War broke out, so and he's still going.
He keeps alive by drinking the blood of sacrificed virgins.
Yeah.
And shooting people in the face every 10 years.
And having them apologize. Having them apologize. That's power.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that Dick Cheney shot me in the face.
He's like the Emperor from Star Wars.
Yeah.
How many hearts has he gone through anyway?
He just keeps them in the fridge.
Here we go.
Just a quick attack.
Bring me another heart.
For those who are wondering about the book, the book where
book?
Canadians joined the Civil War is called Blood and Daring: How Canada Fought the American Civil War and Forged a Nation.
Forged a nation?
Yeah.
Got some money.
Yeah, got some money.
Let's see here. Let's see if it's on iBooks. Oh, you know what's on iBooks, eh?
What's that, Jim?
Yeah.
My book.
I smell a segue coming. What would that be?
Smooth,
What?
Dan, smooth.
It's smooth. Hang on. I was trying to make it smooth here.
Okay.
I'll do a little thing here, but basically, for those who don't know, my latest ebook is out on iTunes, got available. So if you're in the iPhone, you can search Nova Scotia Hiking Trail Guide and download it. That'll make me very happy. But we have iPhone. The version that's out on iTunes right now for iPhone that will work for Kobo, Kindle, and Android users. You can also go to the Voting Chores website. You can download that straight from the website. Apple doesn't take their cut. Or you can download the iPad version or Mac version. Get the Cadillac. Swipe through pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm gonna tell you, the tools that they gave you to actually design the iBooks with the multimedia it's absolutely fantastic. It's a dream for authors and that.
Yeah.
And if you decide to buy this book, you will be reimbursed $50, money not included.
That's right.
That's right.
Big bonus, if you buy through iTunes, you'll be guaranteed to get any updates I will push out.
Yeah.
I plan to do about 2-3 updates a
Yeah.
year. So you buy once, it's always up to date.
And if you buy 20 of them, you get to become a part of the Elite Platinum member.
Yes. With that, I go to your house and I'm cooking pancake breakfast
in the Dutch oven.
in the Dutch oven.
Yeah.
Or you take them to the beer garden and drop them off and let them fend for themselves.
You at least give them pre-rated poop app locations.
There you go.
The Blood and Daring book on iTunes is $13.99. A little steep. My book is not as expensive as that. It's $4.99, but that's
And
okay.
far more useful.
Yeah, so learn about hiking before you learn about the Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Civil War ever do for you?
War is hard.
Anyway, this book here is 368 pages, so it's quite an extensive tome about Canada's participation in the Civil War. So,
Jim,
yes.
how many bottles of barley wine would I need to get through that?
Which one? His book or the other book?
Well,
The other
yeah.
book.
Well, considering that you're probably going to be falling asleep after you've done the barley wine, it might take you a few.
Yeah,
If you
fuck,
do
this
like
is
10
this is getting expensive.
you might get 10 pages in and then
Is there a
Start doing this.
Ken Burns version of it?
It's 49 hours long.
49 hours of panning.
Oh my god.
This is a guy who made a career out of panning photographs.
That being said, it
Lots
did
of music.
change everything.
Yes, it's true.
Everything.
Did you
Everything.
guys watch the National Park documentary series he did? Beautiful.
No, I've heard fantastic things about it.
Ooh. The Civil War documentary. That's been 15 years, 20 years, 25 years,
Mm-hmm.
25 years.
Going over the map there. Sometime in the past.
Years are hard.
Hang on, let me Google it here just to make sure here. Yes, 1990, 15 years.
Wow.
Jesus.
To be honest, I thought it was longer than that.
15, you say 1990.
Yeah, 25 years.
Yes, 25 years.
I was going to say, 15 years,
Oh,
wow.
shit, sorry. Damn.
Those decades, they just, once you hit 40.
And
Yeah,
Decade,
I
I
wish I was 15 years. I'd be a lot younger right now.
Just like
And-
throwing
and-
dimes in the change jar.
no
No
old
big
fog burner was actually used in that rating either. Jeez.
Wow.
Mm.
25 years, the Civil War. No, that's a documentary I have not seen. I don't know if
His
some,
baseball one's supposed to be pretty good too.
Yeah,
I mean, they're good, but I found some of them a little bit long-winded. That was all. They were good, but I don't know. I guess I have the attention span of a shrimp.
Yeah, he's pretty thorough in everything he does. So.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a quick round of comments, folks. If you are watching, Friday Night Hangout hashtag. Not much going on. Summer schedule. We're gonna be doing shows every couple weeks. Spread things out. We'll do the.
So you people
all-female-
have no excuse to miss the next show because you got plenty of time to plan ahead.
Exactly. Or you subscribe to the podcast where this episode would be totally edited out.
Yeah, this episode's not going to exist, I don't think. It's going to be gone.
It's going to be Kaiser Soze.
Yeah.
Second introduction, and that's it.
Okay,
We'll
what's on
remember
the,
it tomorrow, just like this barley wine.
what's on the YouTube, Dan?
Oh, we got a comment.
Yeah.
It's from Too Much Minecraft, and his comment is, "What the hell?"
Well, that's a good question. That's the question I think we've been
I
asking all
asked-
night.
We're gonna-
I ask myself that every hangout 5-6 times.
Too Much Minecraft, I fully appreciate your honesty, and yes, what the hell?
what the
Yeah,
hell?
but I mean, come on, you play too much Minecraft, so you really don't have a word to say in the game.
There must be something to build Minecraft. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? The mystery has been solved. When you're swimming in a public pool and you wonder why your eyes
Wow.
get red, it's not the chlorine, it's from the pee. The chemical reaction from people peeing in the pool with the chlorine.
Is it like
Makes
those
your
red
eye-
dye packs you used to have, in school, just check to see you have black on your teeth? Is that
Yeah.
the same thing? It's like a
Pretty
urine
much.
test.
Pretty much.
So what
Well, you
happens
know
when
what
you...
those people need? They
Isn't
need
it
that
just like
no
adding
poop
more
app.
chlorine to the pool?
So what happens when you get pink eye? Is that when someone pees in your eye? Is that what's going on there?
The
You
CDC
usually have to
didn't
pay
mention
for
the
that, but
pink eye.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You have to go to
Dawson's pink eye.
you have to go to Japan to pay for that.
There it was. I was waiting for that. Sorry, everybody.
I don't know.
Cut,
I'm thinking
cut.
Lee has a thing against the Axis countries. It's like Japan, Germany. When are you going to make some comments about the Italians next?
It's
Okay.
You
It's
know what,
coming.
guys? Diarrhea and swimming don't mix.
No shit.
Really
No,
shouldn't put in the
Hashtag
poop-
no shit.
poop.
No ejection of bodily fluids at all in swimming mix.
If you have to swim while having diarrhea, you will unleash very tiny amounts of little germs, which will, eventually turn into norovirus, E. coli in the water.
Did you know diarrhea is like a storm raging inside you?
Hey, did you,
Felt like it
the
the other
CDC
night.
The CDC actually has 4 steps to help keep germs out of the water. Step 1, stay out of the water if you have diarrhea. Step 2, shower
Cut a
before
hole in
you
the
get
box.
in the water. Yeah, put a hole in the box. Step 3, don't pee or poop in the water. And step 4, don't swallow the water.
Yeah.
The
germs.
more you know.
Germs. I thought you said keep Germans out of the water.
Well, then that would be the opposite of everything I just said.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, just to let you know, Lee's been watching Ken Burns' 47-hour documentary on World War II. Right now, it's 1943, and shit's going down in Russia.
So it's just that, Lee, you do realize that Kung Fury is not a documentary, right?
What? They didn't have raptors and Viking babes at the same time.
Laser raptors were not there to track down the German Nazis.
I have been lied to.
By the way, for those who haven't seen it, YouTube Kung Fury.
It's a half hour of your time.
Oh, yes.
Great half hour of your time.
Best half hour. Kung Fury.
And never make it a feature length, because then it would probably grow old very quickly. But other than that,
Just like us, we're not feature-length material.
So going back to actually like real science. So they're saying that it's not the fact that a pool is over-chlorinated with a caustic material that's coming in contact with your eyes.
Yeah, that
It's
makes
just-
your eyes go red as soon as you walk into the room.
It's just the fecal matter that's floating around that's causing the irritation.
I
don't
bet
know.
in the chemical reaction with the chlorine.
Wow.
that sounds like a lot of bullshit to me.
Yes, it's not passing the sniff test.
Yeah.
I don't like pools, so there you go.
I mean, just come on and say, please don't shit in our pools. Just say that. You don't have to come with this other thing about burning off eyes and that. Just say, don't shit in our pools.
It sounds like they're sort of like sphincter blaming little Jimmy Parsons and his weak bladder, come on, dude. Kids are going to pee in the pool. That's what the chlorine's in there for in the first place.
Also, in that picture, they say stay out of the water if you have diarrhea. That woman in the lounge chair looks pretty relaxed. I don't think she has diarrhea. If you're diarrhea, you're not sitting by the pool reading a book.
No.
I know for a fact.
All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Actually, this one is actually dedicated to Lori.
Yeah, she's not here to rant on this.
No, she's not listening right now, though.
Yeah. But if she ever gets, the podcast, if it does come out, then this will be good for her.
This will go into the hidden files. The
Yeah.
Hangout. All of it.
So this is one of Dan's topics, and you know what? I saw a selfie stick on the Halifax boardwalk tonight. After 4 o'clock, after work, 4 o'clock, I go down. As I walk towards the Stillwell Beer Garden, I see a gentleman holding a selfie stick.
Ugh. Did a crowd rush this person and kill him?
No.
Really? Because these things are horrible. They're stupid. They're self-indulgent trash.
So going to the story,
I don't know. Just
so
my arm out
Disney,
and take a picture. I don't know.
Disney employees are now being told to tell vacationers to not bring selfie sticks in there. So does this mean like someone dressed up like Goofy is going to be tapping me on the shoulder and going, "Oh, yeah? Put that shit away!" Oh,
That's some goofy shit.
ho, you gotta have the referee. Ho,
Uncle Walt doesn't approve of your selfie stick. Oh!
Dan
I
waited
can
all
see
night to say
me
that.
and the back really.
ho, let me take a selfie. Ho. But you did see in the article, they did say that there's issues of people taking them into roller coasters and trying to film themselves in roller coasters, and you can imagine how well that goes.
Yeah,
That low clearance in the.
Yeah, there's big liability questions there. I mean, that's understandable. I mean, if you want to be if you want to be a douche and take a picture of yourself with a selfie stick in public, outside of a park or whatever, amusement park and shit, fine, whatever, do it. But I mean, if you're going into a privately owned, place like Disney World or whatever, and that's the rule, that's the rule. You got to abide by it. I mean, it really probably just comes down to litigation fears more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that being an issue, for sure.
You bring that selfie stick and we're going to get Pluto to bite your nuts off. Oh!
Oh, I'm gonna show you where we're gonna put that selfie stick. Woohoo! No, but can you imagine someone going out, like, if you walk down New York Street right now with an umbrella, you would be accosted by New Yorkers just because you're taking up precious sidewalk space. Can you imagine being like at Disneyland where, like, everyone's trying to take up, like, 1 square feet of, like, space, and then someone decides to consume it all with the selfie stick? I mean, I'm sure there's been some fisticuffs due to that.
Probably, yeah.
So no selfie sticks. Just go to the natural progression and just go with AR drones. At least that way they're elevated and they're wireless.
Or just forget all that and do bath salts, kids.
Or just poop in a chlorine pool. Get high.
Yeah.
Your eyes will look red. Everybody will think you're high.
Yeah. That's right. 420.
And let's do a quick check on comments. I'm thinking the comments are pretty bare. Twitter, YouTube, give a chance for the guys to refresh. Just a reminder, there is the Best Of podcast, which right now probably is going to be around 10 minutes long.
420.
With apologies to all the Axis nations.
But we'll get that. Now, last week's Best Of is not posted yet. I'll try to get that out. Since we're getting into the summer schedule, probably best to stretch out the podcast a little bit so you can at least get some episodes here. So, anyway, I do recommend you check it out. It is one thing to watch the show live, the raw feed, but when you listen to the edited podcast, it is a little bit different and actually quite enjoyable. I think, Keith, you listened to it for the first time not too long ago, and you kind of tweeted that you actually liked it.
I liked it.
No, it's true. Good editing, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I remember Lee was adverse to the editing, but did you come around, or you still want the longer form?
Oh, I mean, if it was my podcast, I wouldn't edit a goddamn thing out. But I mean, whatever you're happy with, and I mean, the edited version sounds fine. I mean, and it's definitely more brisk, and you can just, on a commute to work or whatever you're doing, you can listen to it and you'll be done with it or whatever. But if you want to listen to us talk dirty, then you should be watching the actual replay of the feed.
The raw feed.
Or directly after the hangout, you can call 1-800.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, so
Jim, I've got some stuff. I got some stuff.
Oh my God, Dan! Yes.
Bad products. Going back to the core of that segment, and I decided to going back to just finding bad products that I found on the interweb. So I'm just gonna pull a couple of them up here. Let's pull this over here. So this one is for those who feel that they're not Canadian enough. There's a product you can get that's called Look and Feel Canadian Instantly, and as you can see there, it's an invigorating peppermint, and succumb to the fantasy of being Canadian. The Canadian Look and Feel breast spray will make you feel like you are back in Canada. Excellent quality, great product, peppermint flavor.
What?
I have no idea what it is, but I don't know if you take it orally, anally, on the skin, whatever, but take the product and you'll become more and more Canadian.
Because we're all invigoratingly peppermint.
Yeah. Apparently. Everyone knows a real Canadian smells like maple syrup. So shame on you.
You make $9, right?
Yeah. Shame on you, whoever decided to make that product. The next one I have here is Wear and Right. Wearable dry eraser notepads wristband. How much did you spend on your Apple Watch there, Jim? Because you can get this product for $750.
Okay, you know what? My dad would probably
all over it.
My dad would probably buy this.
What happens if you lose the marker and you use a Sharpie? You're screwed.
Oh yeah, well then you had to go and buy my product, which is a wrist-based Etch-a-Sketch. And I'll make my millions off of that one there. So yes, for those that want the glory of an Apple Watch but can't afford it, this is a fantastic substitute.
Yeah.
Next one here is a Pure Life Coffee Enema Kit.
Oh, the fuck.
How many gallons does it hold? Just asking. How many gallons is it?
Half-pound Pure Life Enema Coffee.
Not big enough.
2.2 quarts of coffee flushing power. Blasted towards your colon.
You know what? Everybody's going to need one after this hangout, though. Seriously.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, like don't go to your big, spas to get it done, you can get it done by yourself for $67. So save yourself a lot of money instead of going.
Yeah, don't let a trained professional do it. Just stick something up your ass yourself and hope for the best.
What else did I find out? Oh yeah, tired of your baby on board signs? There's a baby up in this bitch sign.
Exactly.
Which is awesome, because I'm tired of those those boring old baby on board signs. Why not get the baby up in this bitch sign for the meager price of $5.99? Let people know that your baby is just as important as everyone else.
You're so wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, next one, the face slimmer. Tired of having fatty cheekbones? Put this. Okay, I've got nothing else I can say about this. Really, it's just terrible.
You just gotta look at the picture and.
Yeah, click on the third thumbnail there, Dan. The second row.
Oh man! Come on. I'm sure that's big in Japan, but.
Oh my god!
And then the next one over.
I think I saw something like that, an excitement video one time.
Do it in the bathtub.
Oh gee,
my
she looks
God.
like she's from like one of the Grudge movies or something. Really, I don't know.
Oh.
And it is made of
Hey, look,
sort of
it's
pliable
squishy.
material. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's terrible.
So
I agree,
That's
Jim,
terrible. Jesus, where can I order it?
So this is essentially you turn your girlfriend into a real doll.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Pretty
Yeah,
much,
the
yeah.
face slimmer anti-wrinkle mouthpiece.
Wow.
$5.
That's terrible.
Oh,
that's gonna be it.
Japanese. Get yourself a sauna mask. So again, if you
I just
can't-
want a mask to pretend I'm not in this hangout anymore.
if you don't have time to go to the sauna and your face requires that sauna treatment, put this on.
And
this-
you can also take contracts out as a ninja, and,
Yeah.
on the side.
Now, I like
Power
this,
Ranger Ninja
this sauna
something.
face mask makes your face sweat, which supposedly causes it to become more firm. So sweat equals firmness, according to this Japanese product.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I haven't talked about Chuck Tingle in a while. And,
No.
no, I don't have more Chuck Tingle stuff, but I did find another author there, and I'm just going to show off two of her books. This one is, I don't care if my best friend's mom is a Sasquatch. She's hot, and I'm taking a shower with her. It's a pretty long title. It's a pretty steamy affair, especially that the best friend's mom is a Sasquatch who is hot.
Mm.
Wow.
By Lacey Noonan. And another one that Lacey Noonan came out with is the Seduced by the Dad Bod, the Chill Dad Heat series book. And as you can see, that guy
$1
is
on Kindle.
rocking
Seems a
the
little high.
Dad Bod. Seriously. And he's got the beer. We can just only imagine what craft beer this Dad Bod's consuming to
Mhm.
maintain such a bodacious form.
So people are taking things off Literotica and basically charging money for it.
Yep.
Like, Amanda's
Right,
back
it's
in
free.
college, and she's bored to tears with her hometown and her boyfriend Jacob, who only seems to have eyes for his phone. Bored to tears, that is, until she catches sight of a body. A body. Big, sweet sack of sugar, emerging from a pool one sunny afternoon. Wow.
Yeesh.
My life is a little bit fuller now, Dan. Thank you.
Mm.
You're welcome. And one last one there. This one's pretty straight up. It's just avocados, but it's an $11 avocado. So if you find that avocados are expensive, as we now know it, you can have avocados exorbitantly sent to you for $11 to your house.
And who wouldn't want to do that?
Throw around.
They don't have it here now, but apparently you could have ordered a used avocado from Amazon.
Oh, well, that's great. Someone picked it out of the trash and sent it over the mail. That's great.
So if you can't afford the $11 avocado, you could get a used avocado from Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, Amazon
Mm.
Prime. Yeah. And,
Wow.
That makes it worth
yeah,
the 80 bucks right there.
that's what I got for you today.
The wonders of the
Wow.
modern world.
Wow.
The best of this is going to be 5 minutes. Shortest podcast
man.
ever.
The avocado's completely clean. Safe to go.
My eyes feel red, and I haven't been anywhere near clean. That's all I can say.
Alright, let's do one last little trip around the comments, see if there's any new comments. Folks, if you're watching, the replay is going to start about 10-15 minutes once we're done. We're just going to start the wrap down or get things kind of done for another week. We will be entering the summer schedule, so we'll be doing at least 2 hangouts over the next 4 weeks, and we'll be doing that until mid-September-ish. Dan, anything going on the YouTube?
I'm just checking now, but probably not. And probably not.
Mm-hmm. Keith, the same thing on Twitter?
Actually, I mentioned Lori and selfie sticks, and she said, "Damn those things to hell! It's the Sodom and Gomorrah of technology aids." And I knew she'd have something to say.
Definitely the Sodom.
All right. So with that, I think we can probably just wrap it up for another week. So as I get busy editing the podcast tomorrow, it'll probably be slim. Who knows? Might be slimmer, might be fuller. Who knows? Anyway, we do this.
How long do you think the edited version will be? Place your guesses on the YouTube channel.
I think you should come up.
Guess
You should do the red band version. Put it the red band version.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. Of course, do I have the time to actually get the red band version together?
Well, no, yeah, you do, because basically you just go cut, paste, entire thing, red band.
Yeah, true.
Done.
That's true. So I was going to say we do this every Friday, but we're entering the summer schedule, so it will be every other Friday. So, but check the website, votingchoice.com, in the Hangout section, and you'll be able to get some idea what we're doing here. So,
Jim, just to plug your own website, do you have anything coming up on your YouTube channel that people may be interested?
Actually, we did do a road trip on Monday up to Cape Breton. We did the Trails to Ales kind of segment here, and hopefully you'll be able to see the hiking video on Sunday. There'll be a blog post. There'll be some additional pictures. Expect to see this going on for the next couple weeks. So yeah, that's what's going on my site. Anything going on, Lee, on your end?
Not really. I'm pretty much retired from beer tubing, so.
What is that? Is it like a fight going on, or what happened?
No, I'm just getting tired of it. So.
His real craft is dance.
That's right.
Interpretive dance.
Yeah.
Carrie,
Jeez.
what's going on, Carrie? Anything to plug? Anything that's going on?
Did you notice? My hands are empty.
Yeah.
What? Holy
going on?
shit.
No, I had no drinking tonight. But I will. Breton Brewing is pouring growlers tomorrow, so I will be there getting some growlers and sampling them later on in the week. And it's only a kilometer from where I work, so I'll be able to get my refills fast, and I'll have something for the next hangout.
Well, I'm looking forward to hear how that beer is, for sure.
Yeah.
Keith, anything to plug?
Pretty busy this time of year, but I have to do a channel update. I have 2 or 3 new products I want to plug, so look for that.
All right. Hey, how's the sword and stone thing going on? Have you unloaded that one yet? Uh-oh.
Oh.
No more audio.
Oh, am I back? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's sitting down by the river. If somebody wants it, they can have it, but right now it's right down by the river. So.
All right, we're gonna have to show a picture on that on our Facebook. Keith recreated the King Arthur sword in the stone monument. Let me try to find it here. And describe the process, Keith, of that. What gave you the idea to do that?
I just wanted to, I want one of those, so I did it. Took a sword that's antique looking, it's rusty looking, and I went around and found a stone that was as natural looking as possible and put the sword in it.
It's
And of
easier.
course-
It's harder to put it in than it is to get it out.
Keith, I think you need Ken Burns to kind of drag that up for another 12 hours, Keith. That was
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm not good at padding. You know, I'm just no. I need to learn padding, I guess.
And of course, Keith is interested in finding a new king of Britain. So.
Hear ye, hear
It
ye.
won't get this fucker out, I can tell you.
There we go.
There's the work of Keith. Right
Nice.
there.
Sweet.
You can have that for a very simple price of $100.
$100? Fuck off. I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I just want to see someone trying to move that rock.
How much does that whole thing weigh, Keith? Like, what's the size of that?
Wait,
like-
is that
Probably
paper
weighs-
mache?
It probably weighs 600-700 pounds.
Oof.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want that for the front.
Go
front
for
area
at least
there.
$1 a pound anyway.
Yeah, sure.
It's nice. I like to have that front, the front step.
Who took the picture?
I did.
Very nice.
Sunset on the river.
Dan, anything to plug on your end?
No, I don't really have an internet presence as to speak, so life's about to get really busy for me, but that just means I'm going to have to pull out of the Hangouts. You might get some sort of pre-recorded messages from me while I'm gone, but yeah, I'm pretty much going to be incognito until Christmas.
All right, well, we'll try to get our undercover transmissions out
Yes,
into
yes.
the podcast.
All I can say is, fuck scorpions. I'm going to say, fuck scorpions.
Camel
All right,
spiders.
kids.
Yeah, and the camel
let's-
spiders. Fuck
Yeah.
those two.
So if there's any doubt where you think Dan is getting transferred for the next 6 months, I think it's kind of clear where he's going.
Nunavut.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's wrap things up for another hangout. We're going to start the summer schedule, so it won't be next week, but probably the week afterwards. So with that, I'd like to thank the panel, thank people who've been watching tonight. We do have the podcast out. Now, the podcast version you're going to hear, or the next one's going to come out, it's going to be the week before. We're going to try to spread it out a little bit here. And the length of this podcast, we're probably going to be, I think, 12, 13 minutes. I think that's what's...
That's if you stretch it.
Yeah.
Hey, next one we can try to get it down to 8 if you really want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
A challenge accepted.
All right. So with that, thank you, everybody. Thank you, panel. We'll do this again on a Friday. So
Yeah.
goodbye, everybody.
Good
Bye-bye.
pooping.
Bye.